Hi guys, I'm Gabby and welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, thank you and welcome back. So in today's video, I have an update to give you guys. Yay! So this will be episode 2 of my series Bringing Baby Girl to America, and I have an update for her case. This is a small update, but an update nonetheless. I got a update from the USCIS app that's on my phone. I mentioned that in episode 1 of this app to download for your cell phone to keep updated on your case if you're going through it. And so I noticed today is Sunday, February 27th, that I accidentally clicked on the app and I noticed that there was a change, and it had February 21st date. So I'm like, they had like 6 days since the update. I'm like, what's going on? Is this a different case? I didn't do anything on February 21st, so I was a little bit confused. Looked at the case number, and it's our case number, and then I took my time and read. Guys, reading is fundamental. It really is. So once I read it, I realized that this was an update to my case. They, USCIS, are actively reviewing the case. We're almost at the 7-month mark of waiting to get an update from USCIS about our I-31 petition. So someone has physically picked up the case and started reviewing it. So I mentioned before, checking the processing times on USCIS, it says that our particular case for I-130 submitting for immediate relative, that it was taking 12.5 to 16 months for our service center that we're with, which is the Potomac Service Center. Remember, there's 5 service centers that USCIS uses when they're doing the petitions, reviewing the petitions. So our case, we weren't expected to hear anything back until like a year from us previously submitting the case. So we weren't expecting to hear anything back until around August of this year. So yeah, they're reviewing it, not a response yet. They're looking at it to determine what they're going to do with it, if they're going to approve or deny. And they said, we're reviewing it, and if we need any more updates, if we need any more information, we'll let you know. There's nothing for you to do at this time. Hopefully we'll get an answer soon, and it won't take us the whole year to get the petition approval. So that was good news for us to hear. And so maybe it'll move along a little bit quicker. Hopefully, just because they're reviewing it doesn't mean, it's going to be an answer next week, next month. It just really depends. But hopefully this is a good sign. So this is a note to you, those of you that are in the process, that yes, those processing times on the USCIS website can give you kind of an approximate time of when you can expect to receive an answer, but always check to see if there's any changes, because the times can change and adjust. However, I did check the USCIS processing times. The processing times for our Potomac Service Center is still saying 12.5 to 16 months. So this just goes to show that that is just an estimate. Things can vary, things can change. So download that app. It'll give you an update if there's any changes. Had it not been for that app, I don't think I would have known. I don't even know if they sent an email. I have to check, and I'll update if there was a change. I mentioned in the first video that I will be discussing the differences, any differences that I noticed when you're submitting petitions for a child versus your spouse. So, and if there are any differences, what I can tell you thus far is the overall application itself is the same, because if you're submitting for an immediate relative, a spouse or a child under the age of 21, siblings or parents, anything of that nature, those are considered immediate relatives. You will use the same petition form, which is the I-130 form. So that is the same. However, I did notice that when you're submitting for the spouse, you're having to prove the legitimacy of your marriage. So you would need to submit things like a marriage certificate and any bona fide evidence to prove that your marriage is legit. With a child, you need to prove the relationship between you and the child with a birth certificate. That's one slight difference. I think the difference between a spouse and a child, the main thing is proving that your connection or your relationship with that child, and that would be that birth certificate and my marriage certificate. I'm sorry, our birth certificate and a marriage certificate. So my marriage certificate, because she's my stepchild, shows that we're related because I'm married to her father, therefore making her my stepchild. I did not submit any additional evidence. I did not submit any pictures or any things like that to show any relationship things. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if they will do a request for more evidence, which is called, usually if they need more additional information, they will send you what is called a RFE, which means request for additional information, or request for additional evidence, which means they need a little bit more information to determine if they're going to approve the petition. When you get those things, you have to be on it, because that can slow up your case, having to stop and them having to pause to wait for you to send in more evidence. So a lot of people they cringe when they think of receiving an RFE. In the case with me and my husband, we did not get any RFEs, thankfully. I'm hoping this is the same for case with baby girl. So that's the main update. That's the main difference that I've seen thus far. Another difference that I know that will be coming up pertains to the interview. With the interview, because she's a minor, she's under the age of 21, there will have to be someone there that attends the interview with her. If you as a parent cannot attend the interview because you're not in the country, or for whatever reason you can't attend, be very careful with who you send with your child, the guardian that you send with your child. If they're a little child, I would say under the age of 12, more than likely they're not going to ask them a lot of questions, because there's only so much information a child can give you. So they're going to turn to that person, that guardian that's attending the interview, and ask them questions. And I've read on visajourney.com that a lot of times these relatives or friends that are attending with the child can trip up the case, because they can say or do things that can trip up the case, can say or do things that cause raise red flags. So make sure whoever you pick is someone who knows your relationship, who truly knows you, who understands your case, and who's not going to go say anything that's going to hinder your case. As I mentioned in another previous interview, I think I did and when I was talking about the interview stage, how you need to be precise and to the point and not be so talkative and give too much information. This is that time. Like, if there's a yes or no question, give a yes or no answer. We don't need detailed information. If the officer needs more information, I'll link that video up here so you can take a look at it. Just give them that, and if they need more, let them ask you, because you don't want a relative that's going in there and being very talkative, and it might not be intentional, just saying things thinking they're helping. And as you talk more, you open the door for the officer to ask you additional questions that they may or may not be thinking about. But because you're talking so much, you're bringing up things, and they're like, oh, really? Okay. So then let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? So so if you can attend, make sure that person that's attending is on point, and that's going to be there to help solidify your case and not hinder your case. Okay. So that's just the update for the day. They are actively reviewing the case. Yeah, guys. So that's about it for this video. I will be back with any more updates, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Just click the subscribe button so you can be updated when I upload my next post. Also, if there's any questions you have or any videos you would like for me to do, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I have no problems with that. All right, so again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you guys in the next video. Bye.